Boogadoo. 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 Heading on over. Your mom's house. Getting warm in here now. That's good. Still cold as balls. It's 45 degrees. 45. 45. 45. Send away for a priceless gift. One not subtle, one not on the list. Send away for a perfect world. One not simply so absurd. In these times of doing what you're told, keep these feelings, no one knows. Whatever happened to the young man's heart? Swallowed by pain as he slowly fell apart. And I'm staring down the barrel of a 45 and swimming through the ashes of another life.
There is no real reason to accept the way things have changed. Staring down the barrel of a 45. Puzzle known as life, wrapped in guilt. Silhouette. Battle, a comma. I love Shinedown. Let's go. That one doesn't work. The fucking state of my head. There you go. You said it like that, it would work. Fucking state of my head. State of my. Fucking state of my head. You have to say it quick, but you can get away with it there. You just have to say it like half a second sooner. You just have to say it a lot quicker. Half steps sooner. know, I probably have Amaryllis and The Sound of Madness in the car right now. Probably do. These are probably albums I have in the car right now. You get nothing from me, all the burden we bear, all the hate and shit. You want more, 'cause you'll get nothing from me. Or enemies, but I mean, like, I like all of them. I mean, Save Me is probably the first one I heard. Shine Down, and then Fly From the Inside is probably the second one I heard. That was good. Leave that day from inside. Decided to fly from your inside. Shoo, shoo, shoo. That's what I say, because I have no idea what he says there, so I just say shoo. So it sounds like he's saying. Shoo, shoo. All along these streets, down in a sea of romance, soothes me now. The voice inside screams out loud. I'm focused on what I am after. The key to the next open chapter. 'Cause I found a way to steal the sun from you. That I decided to fly from inside. I'm not Brent Smith. I mean, I'm not nearly as good as Brent. I mean, Brent Smith's free. That guy. You know, it doesn't get much better than that. It really doesn't. It really doesn't get much better than that. Dude's amazing. You ever heard of their cover for Simple Man? For sure. Need to. That last song on Sound of Madness. It's a good one, but it's a sad one. Sound of Madness was start to finish good. Madness wrote the book on pain, somehow still here to explain. And at the darkest hour never comes in the night. Sleep is a gun. When you gonna wake up? When you gonna wake up and find? I created the sound of madness, wrote the book on pain. Somehow I'm still here to explain. And at the darkest hour, it never comes in the night. Sleep with a motherfucking gun. Are you gonna wake up? If I wake up. And there's a second chance to. Second Chance was always really good too. Tell my friend, I've done the best I can to make them realize this is my life. I've been understand. I'm not angry. Just saying, sometimes goodbye is a second chance. Please don't cry wanting for me. I'm not afraid of what I have to say. This is my one and only voice, so listen close. It's only for today. I just so hate God excuse me. I said disappear. I'm the best I can to make the real life. I'm not angry. Just they're playing Christina Aguilera in this because they know how to play classy music. That's all I wanna do.
All I want to do. You make me go crazy. It's all I want to do. I'll get over here, baby. 'Cause all I want to do. Now, baby, don't be shy. You better listen. I wanna love you. 'Cause I want to. I didn't buy Christina Aguilera CDs back in the day. Nope, totally not. That was you. You did that, not me. That was all you. Not me. I don't have several of them still in my CD case somewhere. That was you. No. That was you. It's totally not something I did. It also is totally not a very valid reason as to why I listen to K-pop as well as all the other metal and shit that I listen to. It's totally not. It's totally not the reason. I totally didn't grow up listening to NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. Totally didn't grow up listening to Michael Jackson. Was like pretty much my favorite for the longest time growing up. I totally didn't grow up listening to all that. Totally not. I like how people act like this is like completely foreign. It's like no, what you have to understand is the metal guys and the rock guys can't admit that they listen to that. They just can't do it. They can't. Maybe now some of them sort of can a little bit, now that they're like dads and stuff, it's changing a little bit, but they really can't. It affects things. It really, really does. It's a shame, but you know, like it's not like people don't listen to it, man. Trust me. That's why the metal bands, some of the metal bands that are like sort of like independent and stuff, that admit that they like it, cover those songs because they have the balls to admit it. and then you see what happens. You know, you usually you just get like this stupid, like, it's just what people do. You know, like, people shouldn't do that. You know, just like on this platform, when you do the same thing. You know, you go around telling everybody they're you know, basically like just not admitting that they all like Nickelback too. You know, it's like such a good band. I could literally just sit here and name a bunch of songs, heavy songs too, if I really wanted to. Unlike everybody just for the longest time. And now, like I said, now I think it's even getting a little bit better too. But yeah, I mean, like, there's just certain bands like Creed. I mentioned Creed as well. Like, what's wrong with them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so absurd to think. And you know, just because some certain guys don't listen to them, like the metal guys, doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. It just means they didn't listen to them. You know, like that's it. That's all that means. It doesn't mean they don't respect it. It just means they didn't listen to it. They just talk about the stuff they listen to and they're influenced by. Yeah, so like there'll be some guys that, you know, like, maybe they didn't grow up listening to, you know, some of the more, or maybe somebody grew up only listening to, you know, certain types of metal or certain types of music, and that's just what they listen to. But it doesn't mean that you can't respect other types and stuff like that. You know, that's all I'm saying. And the only kind of sort of like feedback that I had about music that is today stuff, like really saturated rap, really saturated pop music, what you have to realize is sometimes what I mean by that is it's too packaged where you can't even hear, is there an artist somewhere in there? Like, can I hear his voice somewhere? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're putting too much over that where I can't hear the actual music part of what the talent part of what this person can do, then in my opinion, you know, what am I listening to? Like, so, you know, like, you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like the idea that you don't know if somebody can sing or not if you have just throw too much auto-tune over it. Like, auto-tune is fine once in a while for like a nice sound or something like that, you know, like for the sound of it. That's cool, but like I just think that you know, again, if you're using too much of one thing, you know, like again, I can't hear your pitch, I can't hear, you know, the part that's you. And so with vocals, that's all I'm saying. Like if it's dance music or whatever, and you're not trying to be heard as a vocalist, then fine, you know, like that's great. I'm just saying, like, if that's your thing, you know, just like if guitar is your thing, you wouldn't have, you know, like, in my opinion, that's the difference, and that's why I like Zakk Wylde so much, is you hear every string. You know, when he strums a chord, he plays a different chord, you hear it. You really hear the differences in the chords. You know, like, very different, obviously, to, you know, a lot of other guitarists out there where, truthfully, a lot of times the tone is such that they you know, like, they might be in tune, their guitar's in tune, but because they didn't sit there and figure out a correct tone for the guitar they're using, everything, the rig they're using, the pedals, everything they're doing, they didn't actually put a huge amount of effort into it. It's not quite right, and when they hit the chord, it doesn't sound right. And this is why a lot of people actually, in my opinion, used to criticize and try to say that the guys that were in tune weren't. I don't know, it was the other way around. It's just that you are so used to listening to that type of metal that you think that's what in tune sounds like. No, you're supposed to hear all of those strings. That's the way it's supposed to sound. You can't. So that's the point, is that they just get used to hearing it. And again, like, it doesn't mean that the other guys aren't in tune too. It's just a little bit more went into what the other guy did to make sure you could hear him. Just like Steve Vai. Just like, you know, I mean, come on, anybody that's really, really good at guitar, you know, that has very clear guitar tracks, clear guitar riffs, Disturbed, you know, who else, like, and really plenty of bands do this correctly. Another great band that does this very well, that separates, you know, like, their chords and has a really nice guitar tone, is Volbeat, actually. A lot of people, and I think that's a lot of, you know, resonance with people, is guitar tone and stuff like that, tonality. And Volbeat definitely does it right. Really good live band, for sure. But that's not everything. You still have to have it. It has to be firing on all cylinders. You can't just sit there and just do just good guitar tone, because then it's just that. You know, then it's a letdown. You know, because then you have great guitar tone and then everything else sucks. So you're just like, oh well, that was a letdown. You know, like, so that's even more disappointing. So you know, like, it's not just that. It's just everything else plus that, you know. So that's, I mean, again, I don't disrespect anybody that uses auto-tune or anything like that. Again, the point is, I actually would love to hear that person's vocals, is what I'm saying. I want to hear, like, so many times there's a really nice vocalist or something in K-pop or something like that, and I know those guys really put a lot of effort into things they do, and they're professionals. And they really are. They are such excellent singers, and a lot of times they get auto-tuned and have, like, so much overlay on their voices you can't hear their actual voice. Like, I remember there was this this group that Big Hit came out with. They're the company that BTS is signed under, and they came out with a group after BTS, and the entire group, I thought, had really interesting music, really cool visuals and stuff, but then every song was so overly produced with really tinny vocals and high-pitched nonsense that I just couldn't listen to it. It's a phase. Like, you just listen to it for like a few months because it's like a thing that's popular. It's not like that's the point. Like, you put so much into it, but then everything kind of ends up sounding too oversaturated and stuff like that, with that exact problem where you can't hear how good each artist is. How are they supposed to stand out as vocalists? This is what they do. They're vocalists. They're dancers. How do they stand out, and how do you hear that voice, and how do you differentiate when every single one of them sounds like a, again, high-pitched, tinny, sort of like they're just putting the same stupid little voice thing on all of them, and that's why people can't resonate with it. And that's actually a lot of the reason I think guys truthfully feel the way they do about K-pop, not because of the dancing, not because of the visuals. I think it's truthfully not sold very well with vocals and with the actual music itself. Case in point, when I show almost any guy Super Junior, they have a completely different reaction. Almost completely, almost like they'd never heard of it before, and they're like, this is actually really good. Like, yeah, like comparing it to NSYNC, there has to be I'm just honest. I'm being honest with you. I don't feel that way. I don't feel that anything that I look at with K-pop is great. And so, you just want to kind of lighten up on that a little bit. They're guys. I don't know why more guys don't get into the girl groups, because Twice is really good. I've always liked Twice, and ITZY is phenomenal. ITZY is really good too. That blows me away that more guys don't just get into the girl groups, and then likewise where women would get more into the guy groups, and then that's the kind of the gateway into the music for you. But I mean, again, that's all I'm saying is it's not going to resonate with an audience very well. For example, BTS did do that correctly. They started with making music that was so good and not overly auto-tuned, and it was different, but it was pop, and it was so damn catchy, and everybody just had to hear it. And by the time the song was over, you wanted to play it again because it was fun. And again, each vocalist, each person stood out. You could hear their different voices, and they were really good. And now it doesn't sound like that anymore. Truthfully, it does not sound like that. It sounds. I'm not gonna be honest about it, because I just, at a certain point, it started turning into exactly like a lot of the other stuff that was coming out, where it's just too overly produced, too much auto-tune. Now, there's still great guys, and it's still a good group. But as far as the new music is concerned, it's just too much like that, where it doesn't resonate with me anymore. And I can still go back and listen. I literally, not even a week ago, listened to Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I think I listened to Not Today. And I listened to what else did I listen? Oh, I listened to Fake Love. Because that one was really good too. And so, like, just it's not doesn't sound like that anymore. It's too much auto-tune. Period. Take off the auto-tune. Just listen to what I'm telling you. I'm being honest though. Like it's really hard to differentiate, and you need to. Each person needs to stand apart and needs to sound like them, and you need to do that correctly. Yeah, I'm saying. So annoying. Aspa is awesome. They're another K-pop group, but they're a girl group and they're good. They're newer, but they're good. Good group. Good group. Good group. Good one. That's a good one. All right. All right. Dirkity dur. Dirkity 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 dur. Row, 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 row. Row, 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 row. Row, row, row. Row, 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 row. Love and marriage, love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Love and marriage, love and marriage. Duh. Go together like a horse. Shit. I got the raisin bran. Ooh, good raisin bran. I got it. Oh, raisin bran. Okay, that's enough. Love and marriage. Listen to you. Yada 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 yada. Yada 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 yada. Yada 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 yada. Sandwich. Sandwich. I can't wait to have a sandwich. I'm gonna make a sandwich. I'm gonna make a sandwich. I'm gonna make a sandwich. Just to let y'all know, I'm gonna make a sandwich. Where's the support? 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 Squawk. Where's the support? 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 Gosh, we go live and we don't even get any support. It's like this expectation we need to have that our viewers need support. Where's the support? 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 It's over. Where's the support? Oh, fuck. It fell on the floor. Where's the support? 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 That's what you're supposed to do with the bread. You're supposed to slam it down like that. Supposed to slam it right down the plate like that. Just right like that. Just right like that.
Just like you're supposed to slam your mustard. Just right down. Just right down like that. Mustard. Mustard. I had to make sure I, slammed the the meat down as well. There we go. Done. Just right like that. Just, that's it. Meat and cheese, fucking mustard.
Yeah. 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 Hello. Yep. Yep. True story. Raisin Bran. Got some Raisin Bran. Yep. May or may not have gotten may or may not have gotten peeps. May or may not. Who knows? That may have happened. I may have gotten some peeps. Who knows? I might have to go eat those. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and go eat those now.